Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Final Fantasy Wave Access video, and this one's going to be a pretty big one because it's going to be coming in the gold version in like a month or 2 months, 1 or 2 months radius, depending if Global does it or not, and I am expecting that they will do it because EX buffs are coming, and I was not sure if they were going to do those or not. So for sure, those are coming, and what the title is going to be called Crowns, or whatever it might be called in the global version. It's still going to have the same icon, most likely, or maybe it'll just be a different icon entirely, but most likely it's going to be Crowns, because it's, you know, it's Crowns. So it's obviously going to be a crown icon, so you'll be able to tell what it is, but we'll go into that. So, what I mean by the future of the game is going to be, remember when enhancements were free? Relatively free, you know, you have to grind out those materials and things. Those days are long gone apparently, because now you need a certain item in order to get them, and you can only get them through technically 3 means. Let's just say 3 means to be more specific, because I'm going to go super in depth in this video, so if you guys are hoping for that, that's what we're going for. So number 1, if you watched my other video before about the crowns, you already know that they're on a banner. They're on the Celeste banner, they're on the Cyan banner. That's when they debuted, and you could get one from, or we talk about the next part, but first, so you can only get them from the banner. When you pull on the banner, you get tickets, and it's an RNG fest basically, because you're not even guaranteeing them. It's basically whale bait, because you need to pull a whole bunch to get them, or get very, very lucky, and I did not get very, very lucky. So it's like pulling in a raid box and hope that you get the item, but you only have a limited number of tickets unless you use a whole bunch of lapis, for example. So that's what I mean by that. So that's one way of getting them. Number 2, beating the boss that's in the current event. For example, right now we have Final Fantasy X. So if you beat Sin, for example, you get a crown. If you beat the Spheromorph, you get a crown. But you have to beat it in 3 turns. That's another situation where it might be hard for new players. Now, Deus destroyed both of those very easily, but a new player is probably not going to be able to get EX3 Deus right away, even though if he is USCable, and hopefully you have a whole bunch of him. Like I'm telling you guys, Deus is the future for free-to-play players. If you didn't get Sephiroth, Deus is the way to go, because he's not elemental. But this is not about Deus, this video. Anyways, so that's the second way of getting crowns, is beating the boss during that event. And they'll be going away. And the third way is through the story of Season 4. I'm not going to say anything about Season 4 because that'll be a spoiler. But there is one crown, maybe more in the future, but there is one crown in one of the boss fights, and they're not hard. They're called EX fights in the story, but they're not hard. You can't just go naked with those fights, but you can bring in you know, whatever team and still win. But you can't just like go with no equipment stuff, you know, stuff like that. It's not so hard where you need like a serious team, but it's not so easy where you can just go in with only one unit and just one shot it. They have more HP than that. So those are the 3 ways, and technically actually 4 ways, because they're actually probably going to be in a bundle on the global version, because you can currently buy a crown on the GP version in one of their bundles, the Lapis bundle. So you guys can see how this situation might be, this might be coming a little bit hard here. So I'll show you what I mean. So we got Rain here. Let's go into his page here, and I already have all of his crowns completed on this first part, where he gets a 55% fire amp, which is amazing. I'm trying to work out, I want to make a video on him for you guys, but this is the problem. You need 2 crowns to get to +3 enhancements. 2! Now, if you guys remember, if you were paying attention at the beginning of the video there, I listed only 4 ways of getting these crowns. There is no dungeon to farm these. You need to earn them. Using 1 is hard enough to get one of these enhancements, to get to 1 and 2. So to get to +0 to +2, you need 2 crowns. And to get to +2 to +3, you need 2 crowns. It is what it is, but I don't think this is a very good I was really trying not to be negative about this because I really want to be informative this time, but you guys understand how hard it is to be not negative about this. It's very powerful. Now there are some pitfalls, as are a lot of things in this game. There will be a lot more people that other than just Rain that will be getting these kind of crown enhancements. Terra, Locke, Madame Edel, and also Fistless. These are the Neo Vision ones, by the way. And I would not worry about Fistless or Madame or Locke. Locke, his breaks are good, but if you have a Nera, that's fine. If you have Cacteria, that's fine. You don't need Locke's. You don't need Locke's crowns. Really don't. And you don't really need Terra's, even though hers is quite good. I was told this morning actually. If you combine Rain's Fire Amp and Terra's Ifrit Summon, you have a 95% Fire Amp in total, which is insane, by the way. So that is a good thing. So I would say the top two is definitely, for at least as of this video, because I'm sure there'll be tons more. Terra and Rain, those are the only ones that are actually worth it. Madame Edel, no, you know she's a really strong finisher with those crowns. A lot of people are pulling for Sephiroth. Why would you go for Madame Edel? Unless you don't have Sephiroth. But then Tidus is coming out, and he's much easier to equip and things like that. You don't need crowns for Tidus. And same thing with Fistless. She's just another. She's focused on her finishing potential with that crown enhancement, so no on that. So all in all, there needs to be more ways of getting crowns. I know we're still in the early stages yet, but needing 2 crowns for +3 is outrageous. And I just realized that this morning. I guess I must have just clicked on his Fire Amp without even looking, because I just assumed that it was just one more crown. No, I must have. That's where that other crown that I was missing. I was like, oh, I thought I had one more. I guess that's where that went, huh? I knew that ahead of time. I'm just saying part of the video, but what do you guys think about this? I was trying not to be too negative about this. I was trying to be more, informative. This crown thing will happen, whether you guys like it or not. And don't be fooled by this, because you cannot, there's no, I'll prove it to you. Let's go to where they say to go. See, nothing. There is nowhere to farm crowns, guys. This is not anywhere to farm crowns. There is no way to farm them. So, here's the Sin fight, which I already showed you guys. Here's the X stage. There's the crown. You gotta beat it in 3 turns. And I made it look easy, but you need a good team to do that. And here's the Sphere Morph one, where you need to beat it in 3 turns. So, with that being said, I don't think there's that much else to be said. I listed off all the ones that have crowns currently, and the ones that you probably should be focusing on. Rain and Terra. Rain and Terra are probably the ones that you need to be focused on, because, well, I guess I didn't mention what Terra's is, but I think I kind of mentioned her summons become a lot stronger. And so that's all I really need to know. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the crowns. There's a lot of confusion with it. There was a lot of confusion with crowns, especially my Discord. So hopefully this helped you out and informed you that crowns are coming, but I don't think they're really mandatory to worry about too much. Like, there's gonna be a lot of panic about them, but I don't think it's a big deal. You can live without Rain's enhancements. You can live without all those other enhancements. You can live without Terra's enhancements. There's nothing in the game currently that you need this much firepower for. There's no new trials. Very quickly. This is it. This is the newest stuff. This is it. This is the same trial, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. But there's nothing new. For anyone who doesn't follow the JP version, this is still the same stuff. You guys are all caught up on the global version. There's nothing new here. There's no surprises. So there hasn't been a trial in a long time, basically. So there's no need for huge firepower anymore. Like, what do you need the firepower for? There's nothing to use it on. That's the problem. I'm starting to run out of things to test things on for you guys, because there's just nothing to do. So, that being said, guys, please leave a like on the video, please leave a subscription on the video if you haven't subscribed, and consider becoming a member of the channel, and you can request videos from my channel. Anyways, hope this helped you out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!